Baseball Money is Fake on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by our Patreon. Score exclusive perks, content, and contests, including our NFL win totals contest with a $1,000 prize. Join today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app to get last-minute tickets at the lowest price guaranteed. Use promo code SGPN for $20 off. We're also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now and use code DGEN. New customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on any college football bet. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DGEN.
Welcome to Baseball Money is Fake, a fantasy baseball podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I am Blake Meyer. We are back. I am feeling better so we can actually record again. I apologize. I got really sick at the end of last week and my voice was not feeling being on the mic. But as always, I am back with my man, Ryan Gilbert. How you doing today, Ryan?
I'm doing good. It must have been all those hot takes kind of overheating your body there. It's just making sure you gotta get a fever to get out of it. But yeah, it's Monday. Talking waiver wire, talking fantasy baseball playoffs coming up soon. So yeah, it's a good time for baseball fans.
Man, it's a very good time for baseball, except for in Los Angeles. You see those pictures of Dodger Stadium?
Oh yeah,
the Hurricanes,
it's like an island, and they canceled the Angels game tonight.
Mm-hmm. That very unexpected. Never thought I was going to see a hurricane in LA. That is wild. They got hurricanes, and out here in Washington, we have insane wildfires, which seems to be a trend every year now. Like, I can't show you guys outside my window, but there is no horizon. Like, the smoke is so thick here that they have advised everybody in Washington to stay indoors unless you absolutely have to leave, which sucks. My son was complaining about not feeling good from it. But baseball never stops, especially for us on this podcast. And if you guys are new to the channel, I write a weekly waiver wire column for Fantasy Pros on Saturdays. And then we kind of discuss it on here on the first episode of the week, and we break down some kind of extra players on top of that. I mean, just for the sake of getting right into it, Tommy Pham, for as hot as he seems to be at spitting at fans, he's also hot with the bat, man. It's hard to see what he's done since he got traded to Arizona and not get a little bit excited. He's always been a 2020 threat in the outfield. And moving to Arizona, admittedly, I didn't know how he was going to fit into that lineup because they are a pretty loaded young roster. Like, they're very good. But since moving over there, he's batting third fairly consistently. He's hitting about 260 or 270 since moving over. He's got 8 extra base hits in 15 games with 12 RBI, and he stole 3 bases. So not only did he pick up where he left off with the Mets, he's actually been a little bit better since then also. And I think he's only rostered in like 24-25% of Yahoo leagues, way less than ESPN. We've reached the part of the year where you need to be keying in on guys that can be multi-position assets when you can find them, because they can be tough to find. Usually right now you key in on a guy that's a home run hitter or somebody to get your average up or somebody that strikes out less in a points league. But if you can get somebody that can hit for okay average, can get you good home runs and extra bases, drive-in runs, and steal bases, Tommy Pham is somebody that I think should be rostered in 12-team and deeper leagues right now.
Yeah, absolutely. 27% rostered in Yahoo leagues. Got off to a slow start with Arizona. Won for his first 14, I believe. I'm doing some quick math there. And then since then, past 11 games, has won those 3 home runs, 1 stolen base, 4 doubles, a triple, hitting 311, OPS of 978. Yeah, you said it. He's hitting third in that lineup. I mean, 2 of those home runs may have been fueled by hatred for the fans that were yelling at him. And you know what? Tommy Pham has kind of been known to be somebody that, isn't exactly the coolest customer. So, the fans know they can give it to him. And, baseball players are allowed to give it right back. And it just seems like Pham does that a lot, but at least he's doing it on the field too. He's killing it with the Diamondbacks. I was shocked to see his baseball savant page Let's see if I can pull that up right now for you guys watching on YouTube, because that's, I mean, it's bright red. I was just absolutely shocked to see this. Here it is. If you're watching on YouTube, watching on the video, average exit below 93rd percentile, expected WOBA 94th, expected batting average 94th. Strikes out a bit too much. Good walks, expected slugging's good, barrel rate's good, and it's going. Over the past 250 plate appearances, he's not really taken too much of a hit. So yeah, like you said, this is just one of those steady guys that you want to have in your lineup. He's not going to hit 4 or 5 home runs in a week. He's not going to steal 10 bases in over five bases in a week. 10 bases is too many, but yeah, Tommy Pham is rostered in 27% of leagues, very under rostered based on where he should be. And the Diamondbacks needed a hitter because they were fading a bit. They're still kind of fading a bit, but Pham is giving them what they asked for when they traded for him.
Yeah, and since moving to Arizona, 51% hard hit rate, which is excellent. 11% swinging strike rate, which you can live with, and he's making 85% zone contact. So he's got a good eye for the ball in the zone, and he's doing a good job of putting the bat on the ball in a productive way. And like that's kind of the combo of things that I like to see in somebody that I think can continue that trend, especially somebody like Pham who has done this before. Tommy Pham's not a veteran that just came out of nowhere and was like, oh shit, look, he's like on a little heater. Like he doesn't normally do this, but he's doing pretty well. Tommy Pham's been a guy with some pop and some speed. So seeing him put it together in Arizona, it is a pretty predominantly hitter favoring park. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to word that. It's pretty hitter friendly park out there with that dry heat. So yeah, Tommy Pham, key in on Tommy Pham, 12 team in deeper leagues, or and 5 outfielder leagues of any size. He should definitely be rostered if he's not already.
Yeah, I completely agree there. Who else you got for this week?
After that, we can just jump right on down to Milb Marte. It kind of pains me that he's not on the Seattle Mariners anymore because he was kind of our wonder kid for a long time. Everybody hoped he was going to be good. The problem with Milb Marte was he's just so bad at defense that it was so impossible for anybody to call him up for the longest time. Supposed to be a shortstop, then supposed to maybe be a third base to make it a little easier on him. And then now it seems like Cincinnati has just kind of done the old, oh, fuck it, we'll figure out a spot for him. Because at the minor league level, he was very good this year. 39 games at AAA. He hit 3 home runs, stole 8 bases, hit 280. He hit 281 in AA. He has very good power and a very good hit tool. Again, the problem is that defense is so bad. So that could hinder him from hitting every day. But it's also Cincinnati, where if you're an okay hitter, you become a good hitter. And if you're a good hitter, you become a great hitter. And he has a chance to become a great hitter. He's got speed. He's got power. He can hit to all fields. Very line drive heavy. So, again, another guy that's very low rostered as well. When we get later in the year like this, we start to get a flurry of prospects to get called up, and a lot of guys kind of get lost in the sauce, and you forget who got called up, who didn't get called up. Marte shouldn't be overlooked. He just hit a double for his first major league hit with a nice little up the middle, kind of right center field ground ball that worked in his favor. So yeah, Milb Marte is somebody that should be picked up in. 12 team in deeper leagues is probably where I would lean.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good call. He's one of the ones that's kind of more not so on my radar. Only 12% rostered in Yahoo deeper leagues, or if you're a keeper league, dynasty league, want someone to pick up, he should be rostered already in keeper and dynasty leagues, depending on the format. But yeah, he's another guy that's just going to be solid all around. Not going to have too much power. Last year, between just advanced ball, he put up 19 home runs and 23 stolen bases. So he's kind of moving up the ranks a little bit quickly here. I do wonder if it's just the Reds calling up a prospect to see if they can get some kind of energy going, because they went from up by half a game at the trade deadline to now 4 games back in the NL Central. Still 3 games over 500, but they've gone quite 5 and 11 since then. So they need this, and they're going on the road. Angels, Diamondbacks, Giants. So yeah, they need some sort of energy there. I think Marte maybe can provide that, but I'm not going out of my way to go pick him up in a 12-team redraft.
Yeah, if he does get hot and stay hot, like if he builds off that double he hit, I think he should be be picked up. He should at least be on people's radar right now. Just keep an eye. And then
someone that is on my radar, and I did pick up in a similar fashion as Captain Sano notes in the chat. Good thing Alonso didn't grab that first hit. Is Mason Wynn. He is 1 for 4 in his debut. He is now 3 for 11 with 3 singles. No runs, no stolen bases, no RBIs yet. Nothing of that. But hitting 9th for the Cardinals is kind of giving me some pause with him. But I had a roster spot, decided to give him a chance. I imagine he'll be playing every day for the Cardinals, who are completely out of it at this point. He hit 288 with 18 home runs in 105 games at AAA. What do you think about Wynn? Did you pick him up anywhere?
I actually did. I picked him up in both of my 12-team home leagues. They're points leagues, because I do think Wynn's game translates a little better to points leagues than category leagues. He doesn't have a ton of pop. He had like 18 home runs at the minor league level, stole 17 bases. So he has a little pop and a little speed, but it's nothing otherworldly. It's nothing that I think is going to translate much to the major league level. Because keep in mind, Esteury Ruiz hit like 19 home runs in the minor leagues last year also. And he's got 2 this year. But he does have enough power and speed to stay fantasy relevant, even batting 9th. Like you said, he probably is going to play every day, because if you've seen the defensive clips of him already in 3 games, the dude is incredible as shortstop. He's a wizard, and that defense alone is good enough to get him every day at bats, especially if they're going to bat him 9th. But he does have a good enough bat to he could find his way up to 6th, 7th in the lineup, maybe even 2nd one day if he can come around. But yeah, I like Mason Wynn. I like him more in obviously a dynasty league, a 12-team points league, but maybe like a 15-team redraft league, which is probably better for Mason Wynn right now, or a league where you have that middle infield spot would be a good play for him as well. There's a lot of upside, but I need to see it shake out first.
Yeah, exactly. I'm probably pretty close to cutting him in my 12-team redraft league. I mean, we'll see what he does over these next few days, but hitting 9th, I had some hopes that maybe he'd be able to move up, and maybe he will if he keeps this up. But we are brought to you by DraftKings. You've waited all year, and the time has finally arrived. College football is back, and so are the traditions, the tailgates, and the great offers from DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they place just $5 on any college football bet. You can kick off the season with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now and use code DGEN. New customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on any college football bet. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DGEN. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races, all games regulated by West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. And we are also brought to you by Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. With killer deals and last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. Their app experience is fantastic. Got the flash deals, got the last-minute tickets. Easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event. You get the images of the seat view so you know what you're going to see before you get there. And, of course, they have their lowest price guarantee. So forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Get those flash deals, and the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. All right. Someone that was not on our list of players we discussed before, Nolan Shenuel for the Los Angeles Angels, who was drafted in this year's draft. He's hitting 250 so far, 3 for 12 with 2 walks and a strikeout. He hit 447 for Florida Atlantic this season in 59 games. Did you pick him up anywhere? And what do you think about his outlook for the season?
I didn't pick him up just because he's so new that I don't have any kind of read on him. The only read that I've picked up since he's been called up is that the Angels seem pretty dead set on him playing leadoff or hitting leadoff every single day. Like they are going to give him the full look at the major league level between now and the end of the year. He scored 4 runs already, so he has run scoring ability. Yeah. He's hitting. It's gonna sound so elementary. He's hitting, so he can obviously hit at the major league level. Now, how good can he hit at the major league level? We're gonna have to see that. I think they've all been singles so far. Yeah, they've all been singles so far. But if you're in a pinch and you really need somebody, maybe somebody got hurt recently. I don't even know who would have got hurt recently that you would need to pick up Shenuel, but 15 team or deeper for sure. He's worth a look. Anything under that, I'm iffy just because I still don't know. I still can't believe they called him up that early.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, once again, it seems like with the Reds trying to get some energy, it seems like the Angels are just trying to throw anything at the wall that can possibly stick. And you know what? If it works out for them, good for them. But it seems like this is their last ditch effort to be like, hey, Shohei, we're trying. We're bringing up all the prospects. Mike Trout's trying to come back soon. There was talk that he could return tomorrow because they made some roster moves on Sunday. It was today actually, but the game was postponed, so he could come back as soon as tomorrow. Yeah, if you're batting leadoff and can get on base ahead of Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, you're worth rostering. It just sucks that he's a first baseman and you look for power there. So he's probably going to get lost in the shuffle and only worth it in deep leagues, 15 teams or more with weird rosters.
Yeah. And another guy that I am focusing in on this week, and you guys should too, Stone Garrett, all-time baseball name. Washington Nationals outfielder. We say it all the time. The Nationals, for as not good of a baseball team as they can hit, or they can at least get the bat on the ball as a team. They make consistent contact, and Garrett has been finding a way to do that pretty consistently since August 11th. That's 9 games. He's hitting .438 with 5 doubles, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. He's also scored 7 runs, which is pretty cool. He's striking out less than 25% of the time. He's doing a little bit of everything. And he's making crazy hard contact too, which is nice. His average exit velocity in those 9 games is just shy of 97 miles an hour with a 20% barrel rate. Now, he's only got 9 home runs on the year. So the 2 home runs, they both came in the same game, which is cool, but he's not going to be a massive home run hitter. But he gives me big Joey Meneses vibes. Somebody that can hit for, at least in this stretch, he can hit for a good average, be a great doubles hitter, and then maybe fuck around and get into a home run every once in a while as well along the way, and hit really well with men in scoring position. So he's also hitting in the heart of the order, although they're hitting him everywhere. He's hit 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th in that nine game stretch. So don't really know where to put him, but he seems to be trending more towards the 4th and 5th rather than the 6th and 7th. So yeah, Stone Garrett, very available, under 10% on all platforms. He's on a hot streak right now. He may cool off eventually, but 12 team and deeper leagues, I am fully in right now.
He's up to 25% now on Yahoo, which is kind of higher than I thought. But yeah, he's a good Joey Meneses comp, just in the sense that Joey Meneses was called up late last season and went on a tear. Stone Garrett's been up here the whole season. You know, he's been up and down throughout it. But yeah, in August here, I wonder if just teams are like, okay, it's the Nationals, we don't have to take him too seriously. And Stone Garrett is in the box every time, getting the most out of his at-bats, because this is what he has to do. Like Meneses, he was kind of like a minor league journeyman last year, AAA for the Diamondbacks. He had 28 home runs, 22 doubles, hit 275 with the OPS of 900. So he has power. He can hit. It's just a matter of getting the playing time, which he's getting in Washington because they have no one else to play. And he's hitting against, against Boston, against the Phillies. He had a good series. So, yeah, I think Stone Garrett in those deeper leagues, 12-team or more, or if you have 4 outfield, I think he's definitely someone to look for, especially with a 3-game series coming up at Yankee Stadium with that short porch in right field. Could maybe see another home run or two from Stone.
Any home runs we can get from Stone are good home runs. And I'm going to throw you a quick curveball. I'm adding in an extra player into our waiver wire mix because he is rostered in far fewer leagues than he needs to be. J.P. Crawford for the Seattle Mariners has been reinstated from the 7-day concussion injured list. He is playing today. I believe he's back to batting leadoff today.
Correct. Yep.
And he's having one hell of a season. He's got 10 home runs already this year, most home runs he's ever hit in a season. And it's only like 460 plate appearances, 15% walk rate. He's hitting 266. He's become a big doubles guy. He's already got 26 doubles on the year to go with those 10 home runs. And I don't think there's any Mariner that has more clutch hits this season than J.P. Crawford has. He seems to produce in the big moments. And unless you're living under a rock and haven't been paying attention to the Seattle Mariners, they have had a lot of big moments lately without JP, and now he's back, and it's just he's going to pick up right where he left off. He looked good in his rehab assignments down in Everett, and I checked a couple minutes ago, and it said he was owned in 16% of Yahoo and 12% of ESPN leagues. And for somebody that's playing as consistently good as he has been this year, even at a deep shortstop position, I think there's utility for J.P. Crawford in all league sizes. I'm going to say even 10-team leagues. I'm going to go on a limb and throw that out there because he's doing everything.
Yeah, that's a limb to go out on there saying he should be rostered in 10-team leagues. I don't even think he should necessarily be rostered in 12-team leagues, depending on, standard rosters, probably not, just because, like you said, shortstops is such a deep position. But yeah, he's going to be kind of one of these under the radar guys coming back from injury that if you're in a 12-team or deeper league and you need a shortstop, yeah, JP Crawford could be a good stopgap. Anyone batting in that lineup right now with J-Rod, who is benched tonight, apparently getting a rest after putting the team on his back for 4 or 5 games there. But yeah, JP Crawford, I think, is a good depth shortstop if that's what you're looking for. Yeah,
since June 24th, JP is hitting 308 with a 16% walk rate, 18% strikeout rate, scored 24 runs, and has 18 extra base hits. So he's been really good, and he hits consistently leadoff that entire time, tons of multi-hit games. And with the way the Mariners have been hitting lately, I don't know if this is getting news all over anywhere outside of Seattle. So Seattle has 10-plus hits in like 5 straight games. They have had a player have 4 or more hits in a game 7 times in their last 6 games. Somebody has had 4 or more hits.
Wow.
It's been Julio. It's been Canzone. It's been Teoscar. It's been all these different players are getting 4 or more hits in a game. It's been absurd. And Seattle is about to play the White Sox, the Royals, and the Oakland Athletics. So,
oh man,
hitting leadoff for the Seattle Mariners right now is going to be very beneficial. You guys saw how many runs Julio scored over the weekend. JP is going to be right back in that same position that Julio was in, maybe a few less, electric steals and those sorts of things. But yeah, throwing a curveball, JP Crawford.
Yeah,
put it on board.
Former Phillies legend there. Gene Segura trade. All right. We're also brought to you by, make sure you check out the SGP Patreon. Sign up for the Patreon to get access to exclusive contests, including the NFL win totals contest with a $1,000 first place prize. The guys just recorded their first Sports Gambling Podcast stories just for patrons, chronicling the birth of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. There's even a Discord channel just for patrons. The Sports Gambling Podcast has and always will give out all the picks for free. Patreon is just a great way to support the network and fight back against corporate gambling. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. And August is almost over. And you know what that means. Time is running out for you to draft your fantasy football team on Underdog Fantasy. Get championship ready for your home league by trying out Best Ball on Underdog Fantasy. All you do is one live snake draft, no waivers, no trades. You set it, forget it, and Underdog does the rest. Try it out with Underdog's Best Ball Mania tournament, the largest fantasy football contest of all time, with $15 million of total prizes up for grabs, including an absurd $3 million going to the winner. Do you have what it takes to win it all? The time is now. The last day to draft your fantasy football team is September 7th. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store and sign up with promo code SGPN to get your first deposit doubled up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Insano said non-fantasy question. Who do you think NL Cy Young? Homer
Spencer
pick for
Strider,
you. I don't hate
right?
Zach Wheeler.
No, it's no Spencer Strider. It's
with that ERA.
I'm trying to pull up the odds right now, but I think Strider is Player Awards, Cy Young Award. Zach Gallen plus 175, Blake Snell plus 210, Spencer Strider 4-1, Webb's plus 650. Wheeler is down there at 40-1. If you feel like that, I haven't looked too closely at it, but I mean, Gallen has been incredible. I know Gallen's been really good. Blake Snell has also been. Blake Snell leads the league in ERA, 2.65. Leads all of major leagues.
He's got a great name
with an absurd 176 strikeouts and 136 innings. Blake Snell redemption Cy Young Award this season could be pretty fun.
I'm here for it. And Matthew said Justin Steele. I'm fully in on Justin
Steele's
Steele
right there as well. He's 14-3, 2.8 ERA. Yeah.
He has been electric since last year. And somebody that's been electric lately would be the last person that I had on my waiver wire list, Pablo Reyes of the Boston Red Sox. Plays second base and shortstop. Eligibility of both of them on Yahoo and CBS and ESPN. In his last 13 games, he is hitting .396 with 4 doubles, a pair of home runs, and he's scored 12 runs, striking out just 8% of the time. And he has multi-hits in 7 of those 13 games. He has been great. Stole 3 bases as well. He's not somebody I was expecting to produce in that lineup at this point of the season, but he is, even though he's batting bottom of the lineup, although he's hit anywhere from 1st to 9th, but it's pretty consistently 9th so far. Do you think Reyes can continue to produce similar to this level moving forward? He's obviously not going to hit .396, but like a fantasy worthy level moving forward.
I don't think so. Unfortunately, it's a fun story up in Boston. He's had a few clutch hits. I think he had a walk-off home run or maybe even walk-off grand slam. But yeah, I think Pablo Reyes and just the whole Red Sox team is about to be humbled. They have a 4-game set down in Houston, come back home to host the Dodgers, host the Astros, play the Royals, but then the Rays, Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays. Like, I don't know. Pablo Reyes has been a fun story for a few weeks up there in Boston, but I don't think he has the staying power. You know, maybe for second base, shortstop, if you want one of these guys, just gonna consistently get decent average. But as soon as he goes like over on back-to-back days, I would drop him.
Yeah, I think what I wrote up in my article was I'm only really focused in on him in points leagues just because of that low strikeout rate. He's getting the bat on the ball. He's got an 87% contact rate in those 13 games. Swinging strike rate's only like 5%. And then the low strikeout rate. So he's playing well in points leagues, but he doesn't really have the power that you look for in a category or roto league. He doesn't really have the speed that you look for there. He doesn't have the ability to hit for a high enough average to move the needle over a long period of time. So points leagues I'm in, especially 12 team or deeper. If it's going to be a category league, it's got to be like a 15-team league, or again, a middle league where you got a middle infield position as well with shortstop and second base, and you've got somebody on the IL. Maybe you're waiting for O'Neal Cruz to come back, and you just need a stopgap for another week or two. I think in that scenario, he can make a good addition to the team.
Yeah, I got one more. I want to just toot his horn again. Nolan Jones, still only rostered in 33% of Yahoo leagues. Since the All-Star break, he has 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, hitting 269 with an 863 OPS. That extrapolates out to 37 home runs, 115 RBIs in a full season. Even has 3 stolen bases, so he's picking up some speed as well. Rockies, I think, are going on the road for the next few series, but then they are back home. They're also back home for that full week in September we keep talking about. So yeah, they're home from the 28th to the 3rd, and then again from the 11th to the 17th. So crucial fantasy playoff time. Coors Field is the way to go, and Nolan Jones is killing the ball right now.
Love Nolan Jones. Still, I think he's one of only like him or maybe one other person that has multiple 470-foot home runs this year. Wild stat, especially for a rookie. The power is legitimate, and I have Nolan Jones in 2 of my leagues as well, so I'm also on that bandwagon. And the bandwagon that you guys can jump off of for now would be Emerson Hancock.
Off of it.
Yeah, Emerson Hancock of the Seattle Mariners. He came out after the second inning the other day. I think it was a lat strain, which is what shut him down to start this year for a while, was a lat strain. So this isn't something new. This is now a recurring injury. He went to the injury list today. That's part of the transaction process that brought J.P. Crawford back from the injured list. And Brian Wu is coming back as well. So instead of the Mariners doing a 6-man rotation to end the year, Wu is just slotting right back in as that 5th starter, taking that spot Emerson Hancock took. So we're hopping back on the Wu train, and we are out on Emerson Hancock moving forward. Although Emerson was good, he was effective. You got to be healthy to be fantasy baseball relevant, and he's not healthy. So yeah, you're good to drop Emerson Hancock. He's probably not back for the rest of the year.
Yeah, obviously it sucks that he got hurt, but it's better that I don't know if it's better that he got hurt than getting completely blown up by the Astros, because 2 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts against Houston was better than I expected there.
And just to throw one more guy at you, you know who has been really good lately, who we were in on at the beginning of the year, and then we kind of just fell off of him for a while? Graham Ashcraft.
Yes, he was in my under rostered 2-star pitchers article today on sportsgamblingpodcast.com. So make sure you check that out. I think he has a quality start or 3 earned runs or less in like 6 or 7 straight starts.
Yeah, 9 straight.
9 straight. And he has good matchups this week too.
Yeah.
I forget who, but they're good matchups.
Yeah, and I mean the strikeout rate's kind of low, but that's something that we discussed about him earlier in the year. He has such high stuff plus metrics that don't lead to a ton of swing and miss, which is kind of odd. Him and Bryce Miller kind of had the same profile in that way. But when it's effective, it's effective. And yeah, 9 straight quality starts, or 9 straight starts of giving up 3 or fewer runs. He only gave up 3 runs in 2 of those. 2.12 ERA. So be on the lookout for Graham Ashcraft, because he's back, baby. And I added him in my weekly points league this week. Because I don't remember off the top of my head who he's starting against. The Angels.
Angels
would
and
be his next start. Yeah. So we'll take those starts. And Graham Ashcraft is back. But I also said that Tanner Bybee and Gavin Williams were back last week, and that did not go so well. So maybe this will do a little better this time. That's what I get for talking about pitchers.
Yeah, it's 1 start. It's a small sample size.
True, but make sure you guys start your day when you hear this by liking and following the podcast on whatever streaming platform you listen on. If it is it's YouTube, if you could hit that subscribe button, that would be amazing. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at Fake Baseball Money. It is the same on Instagram as well, Fake Baseball Money. We are live on Facebook. We got a Facebook page you can go check out. Matthew, I have seen you liking some of the stuff on the Facebook page. I see you. Also follow us on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at Fake Baseball. We're everywhere, dude. We're putting out consistent content all the time. And make sure you guys do go check out that DraftKings promo. Use our code. It helps a ton. We're working on getting ourselves some raises over here, boys. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Buhlockaye, BUHHLOCKAYE.
And you can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.